Aloha, welcome to Shakedown Zone. I've got all the news, notes, and opinions from the world of racing just for you. This week was one of the crown jewels of the NASCAR season as the Sprint Cup teams headed to South Carolina and the Darlington Raceway for the Bojangles Southern 500. Southern 500 is a special race every season where the teams throw it back to pay their respects to those who paved the way for the teams of today. Always a special race and one the teams want to put on their resume. It would also be one of NASCAR's soon-to-be legends' last trip to the Lady in Black. Tony Stewart's last trip to Darlington Raceway as a Cup driver would end with a nice post-race visit to the NASCAR official hauler after this incident with Brian Scott. Scott was 4 laps down on lap 204 when Stewart, who was on the lead lap, appears to dump him. Scott believes Tony just got loose, but that's not what it looked like. On lap 283 of 400, the pit crew for the 4 team, who had been having issues all night and in the weeks before, had another mishap when Kevin Harvick pitted under caution while holding the lead. The team had a broken air gun. Harvick would leave the pits in the 12th position. On lap 318, Harvick's teammate and owner Tony Stewart would have a bit of karma come back to bite him when he would blow an engine. This would end Smoke's last chance of winning at the track Too Tough to Tame. And yet another Stewart-Haas teammate would be involved in an incident. Kurt Busch in the 41 would get tangled with Paul Menard in the 27. That would bring out the caution and set up a classic ending to a great race. Martin Truex Jr. would win 2 of the crown jewels of the summer, winning the Coca-Cola 600 at the beginning of the summer and the Southern 500 to close it out. This will be Truex's 5th win of his Sprint Cup career. Let's hear what winning the Southern 500 at Darlington meant to him.
It's amazing to win a race like this. I mean, the Southern 500 is just, it's one of the ones everybody wants to win. And, coming in here this week, I knew we'd have a shot at it just based off the way we've been running, this season. But to finally get it done and bring home the victory and go to victory lane here, it was a pretty amazing feeling. So, really, really proud of my team, obviously, for all they do for me, and just can't believe we won here at Darlington. It's awesome.
And 2 big teams would be nailed with some penalties this week. The 31 of Ryan Newman and the 42 car would be hit with some penalties, but it wouldn't really affect their standing in the chase because there wasn't a ton of movement in the standings heading into the final race of the regular season. The only real drop here was Jimmy Johnson, who fell 2 spots to the 11th after finishing 33rd this week. Chase Elliott and Matt Kenseth took advantage and moved up a few spots. Kurt Busch fell 2 spots after his incident. Denny Hamlin jumped up 2 spots to 5th, and Joey Logano had a good run moving up to 3rd. The final race of the regular season will be the Federated Auto Parts 400 at the Richmond International Raceway this coming Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on NBCSN. After that, we'll know what 16 drivers will be competing for the Sprint Cup. Now, not just the Cup drivers had some fun this weekend. The Camping World Truck Series headed north of the border and had a heck of a Canadian finish. On the final lap of the Chevrolet Silverado 250 at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, John Hunter Nemechek in the 8 truck and Cole Cluster in the 00 made contact on the last corner of the last lap. Nemechek is already locked into the Truck Series chase with a win earlier this season, and Cluster needed the win to secure his spot. Well, Nemechek slammed Cluster into the guardrail and would end up finishing the race first. Cluster didn't take too kindly to Nemechek wanting the flag before it was official, and they had a little dust-up. However, Nemechek would get his 2nd win of the season. Oh, boys, now play nice. That's going to do it for Shakedown Zone this week. We will see you next week. Bye-bye and take care.
I love Shakedown Zone.
Be nice.
Not used to seeing guys fight like that. So funny. So what's shopping like for celebrities? Well, after the break, we'll show you a recent rip 2 Hollywood stars recently took to the mall. I think I meant trip.